right? So they have the audacity that after paying money, they demand results. Right? Like, according to Nathan Grayson, I think that this isn't how the world's supposed to work. Geo Media just has to pay journalists for existing. This is, I don't even know, like, I wish I would know how these people think the world should work, like the perfect society. So you're just, like, paying money because journalists are the aristocracy, right? Like, they get to do whatever. They're not employees. No, they're above everyone, including the code. So they're forcing Kotaku to pivot away from news, demanding that its staff of 7 writers churn out an impossible number of guides per week. Like, it's not impossible. All they have to do is to make one guide a day. Now, granted, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much, because you also have to play the game if you want the guide to be good. But they're the ones that brought this upon them. Like, if you actually stop disrespecting gamers, stop alienating your company, actually practice the inclusivity that you so much masturbate over, then maybe, just maybe, you wouldn't be in this situation. Now I can explain why this situation exists, right? There was a time when video game journalists actually wrote about video games. Astonishing, I know. It was the time when MTV also was about music. But after a while, they started making like all these bizarre articles. They became preachy and moralizing, talking about, oh, did you know that America is under a great conspiracy theory? And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like the patriarchy, they're looming over women. The patriarchy is looming over your mommy and your sister and your daughter. And it's like, it's all the gamers' fault. And I'm like, what is this, right? So most people just moved away from Kotaku and they started watching streamers. To the point that today, when you want to learn about a video game, the last place on the internet that you would go is Kotaku, right? So if you look at other gaming magazines, if you look at PC Gamer or IGN, usually the way they get traction is someone would Google, how do I use guns in Nikke? Right? And chances are one of these publications may have an article, and that is just how people read them now. Like no one goes to see what Kotaku thinks about black trans women in wheelchairs inside Resident Evil. Like no one gives a shit about those articles. No one cares. No one reads them. We know that because we see the comment section. Right? So because you created this environment where you're writing stuff for nobody, I guess they have to step in and they say, hey, we're paying for this. We want to put some ads, so in order for us to get money for it, you gotta get some people to the site. And they're basically saying, well, write some fucking game reviews. Write some fucking guides, because this is what people Google. And this is how Kotaku can actually be in the search results. And then, of course, you have this chica, who I have absolutely no idea who she is. Mercante, but apparently she's in the middle of a harassment campaign. In order to get harassed, people would at least require to know who you are. No one is harassing her, because like we can go on her Twitter and we can see that no one is saying anything negative towards her. In fact, most people are blocked, right? So she's like, oh, the fact that leadership wanted to pivot what Kotaku does in the midst of a harassment campaign leveled against me and the site for an original piece of reporting that was the second most read story for a week is telling. Yeah, it was the most read piece of garbage for a week because Asmongold made a video on it. And everyone went to Kotaku to laugh, but it's a one-shot, okay? Like, it's not gonna happen again. You're not going to get lightning in the same bottle the second time. And also, I love the fact that they're now creating new concepts. Like they're creating new ideas. You can harass a website now. I thought you can only harass a person, but no, apparently, alright, in the world of the Kotaku journalist, you can harass a website. This website, I think, has even more stigma than Breitbart. Like, I know Breitbart, you know, it's like on the right, but like Kotaku is even below that. Like, if Kotaku says the grass is green, I actually have to go out and check it. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe she is the best journalist out there. Like, maybe she is God's gift to gaming journalism. Like, without her, no one can be informed about video game. Why doesn't she go independent? I mean, you can just start a Twitch channel, right? Like, if you're so famous, if you're shitting out articles that everyone reads and everyone gets invested in, and You're so sure that you're such a big contribution to Kotaku, then why not go independent? Start a YouTube channel, start a Twitch account, right? And surely you're going to make millions of dollars, and then Geo Media doesn't know what it's losing. To be fair, though, they're not going to be able to push the articles. They're not going to be able to make, 50... they're going to copy them from somewhere. And the internet will probably know. Like, they're going to have to steal those guides. How can you even make 50 guides? Like there aren't even 50 games that are coming out a year now. They will have to play phone games. They will have to play... Maybe they will actually become gamers. Though I doubt. I heard that one of them quit. So now there's 6 instead of 7. The number keeps lowering. No, but think about it, though. Like they're going to have a lot of difficulty doing this. You can't write the guide if you don't play the game. There aren't any games to play. And it's like one a week. Holy shit. And the only situation that I would see is like they would have to go to it. Maybe they will play my hentai game. Maybe that's what's going to happen. They'll play my adult game. I mean, if you look at the adult industry, there's a lot of shovelware on Steam, and then you don't really need to play that much in order to get the general gist of it. You know, hey, Kotaku, if you're listening, look, all I'm saying is that this is what you gotta do. You know, like playing Busty Elf, you know, and you see the gameplay mechanics right away. You see the art, and you make a guide about that, and it's going to be easy. It's not going to be that difficult. If you play other indie games, they're more complex, requires you to at least go to the middle of them. The hentai games on Steam are like shovelware, so you kind of get the gist of it right away. And not to mention, for those of you who don't know, this is right up Kotaku's alley. Like, it's not demeaning for them or anything like that, because there were times when Twitch, the platform, was actually about video games. And eventually, you have all these e-girls coming there. You know, it's fine. You know, like, they want to show boobie. They want to, you know, a family-friendly platform where they can paint their tits like Zombie Unicorn and all of that. And certain people were like, what are you doing? Right? Like, you know, this is a grift. Like, you're not actually here to play video games, you're here to show booba. And, of course, Kotaku was like, oh my god, look at the misogyny. No, of course not. I mean, they just want to play video games, but people harass them. People look at their cleavage. And then, you know, they went, well, you know what? It is happening, but it's a good thing. I mean, sex work is real work. So again, like, Kotaku is the publication to do this. Like, unironically, you gotta write game reviews and game guides. Adult games is like easy, you finish them really fast, you know, it's like 1 hour, maybe 2, and then already you get the gist of it. And there's a market for that. I mean, there's no game reviews for that as far as I know. So yeah, like my suggestion for Kotaku is to turn the Steam filter off and go there and play some games and make some reviews. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.